have such sights to show you. Welcome to Nightmare on Elm Street.
I think I can control myself.
It's got a death curse.
What an excellent day for an exorcism.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Josh from Nightmare on Woodsboro Lake. Sorry, I'm just getting over being sick this last weekend, so I still sound a little congested. But I wanted to come at you today with a spoiler-free review of a film that came out in 2022 on YouTube. I know, as always, I'm late to the party, but today we're going to be talking about my boy, Jason Voorhees, one of my faves. This is a custom mask I made a long time ago. I want to touch up some things on it, but it looks pretty cool, I think, so far. So the film that we're going to be talking about today is called Victim No More. And as I said, this is spoiler-free. I feel like everybody should experience this if you haven't. Still, relatively new enough that I feel everyone should experience it. I don't want to lay out spoilers. I may discuss spoilers in another video. So this film takes place, it starts out in New York City. There's so many Easter eggs, so many, throwbacks and, mentions, and just, everything is, it's so nostalgic, in this film. And so we start out in New York City with this young man named Robbie, seeing his therapist. And from the sounds of it, his parents were involved with, some of the murders that happened at Camp Crystal Lake. So he's dealing with his folks, or at least his mom, who is traumatized by that and now has infiltrated his life and is overprotective, overbearing. So he decides that in order to give himself peace of mind, try to do things for his mom and her group, she has a group, and I guess these folks have all been traumatized by Jason in some way. And he wants to help. So he decides to head out there, to check out, Camp Crystal Lake and see what all the hubbub is about. Sorry, it's the morning. I'm collecting all my thoughts here. None of this is written out, so. But yes. So I almost forgot to mention this movie was directed by Bob Heckman, and it features quite the cast. A lot of people that I'm not familiar with, but then there are some very awesome cameos. Like I said, there's lots of Easter eggs, lots of referencing, and it's just a really good times. I just have to say the look of Jason is awesome. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I love there's a marriage of different Jasons to one Jason. I won't say which ones, but it looks pretty stellar, and I love the use of practical effects. I love how this movie was shot. That same quality and graininess of the original films, but with still such clarity. It's still 1080 4K, it's still up to our standards, but there's a certain quality of the film and like I said, graininess to the film that gives it that nostalgic Friday the 13th look. And a lot of the setting contributes to that too. The use of some of the original score, along with some really good choices in music as well. Actually, there was a song I heard on there that I had to Shazam because I liked it so much. Oh man, it was like I Got a Beat for You by like something. Why can't I think of the name now? It's like A Beat for You by. Well, it'll come to me after this video's over. But it was such a good song that I had to look it up, added it to my playlist. I'm very into like 80s synth and like synthwave and like that some of the synthwave bands today that are like really bringing rock and synthwave together and just marrying it beautifully. Like my most honorable mention is Midnight Danger. Chris and I are pretty good friends. And then we also got, Dance with the Dead, Cluster Buster, Zombie Hyperdrive, Night Stop, and so many others. But if you're into that kind of stuff and you like that 80s horror film, synthwave, rock vibes, those are some groups to check out. But let's not stray away from this film. I love the use of practical effects, as I said. I really enjoyed like the prosthetics and the special effects that were used, and the costume designs and just everything. The characters were lovable. You don't get them for a long time. I mean, Robbie's like the main one, and then there's like this couple, and there's some other people that you just like instantaneously find this attachment to. And it's funny because like some movies take hours and hours and hours and you don't develop that connection. But these ones, I just felt immediately like they could be in my friend group. And it was awesome. And I really enjoyed that. And I enjoyed this entry in the franchise because I consider this a part of the franchise. I feel like they took it, Friday the 13th, in a new direction. Just like my boys over at Never Hike Alone. Taking this character and this story and we love and taking it and veering off the normal path to, trailblaze something new while giving us what we love. These films are made by fans for fans. And this is such a contribution to the Friday the 13th franchise that I'm definitely going to pick up a copy of the Blu-ray. I was on their website looking. There's some posters I want. And, everything. I just wanted to pick up like all the merch. Now talking my wife into that's another story, but I definitely want to pick up some merch. And you guys should go show these guys some love too. I will leave links below. But it's a movie worth checking out. Go check them out. Go subscribe. Show them some love. Share it. If you're another YouTuber, I would recommend reviewing this too. Like, these people need some recognition for this film because they did a stellar job. I know I sound like I'm kissing ass, but it's not kissing ass. It's me thoroughly enjoying a film like that represents one of my favorite horror characters of all time. It's always been. Whoops, hold on. Here, I'm going to use a little assistance from my new AI tripod. So over here. Oh, hey. Okay, we're gonna. Nope, it's not gonna help me. Okay, I have to move physically. So if you see right here. Oh, right. Now my hands aren't working. It's not my AI tripod. It's me. So we've got my favorite ghost face back here, and Jason is always a close second when it comes to horror icons and franchises. But I instantly fell in love. I've watched this movie actually because I wanted to really take it all in and soak it in, watch it first time for pure enjoyment. I watched it a second and third time just to really pay attention to what's going on in this film. So eventually I will have a spoiler review, but I figured it's best for everybody to experience it first. Oh, did it die? Hello? Okay, nope, we're not dead. Hey. There we go. Thank you. Now, hey, stop it. Thank you. Okay. Sorry, I need to really work on calibrating this thing. Sometimes it follows me perfectly. It tracks my movement very well. But yes, go check it out on YouTube. Like I said, I will leave links in the description below. Go show them some love. Spread it around. Let's get these folks some recognition because they definitely deserve it. And, you know, if you like my content, please, if you'd consider commenting, and subscribing to my channel, that would be awesome. I'd love to have you as a part of the Nightmare on Woodsboro Lake family. If you haven't checked out my most recent film, Dial Tone, it is up now, as well as my first film, Crimson Nightfall. Now, take into consideration that both of these films are pretty much one cast member films. Minus Dial Tone has a second kind of cast member, and there's like a little bit in Crimson Nightfall of a few other characters, but in Crimson Nightfall, some of that stuff was flown in to me via the internet from my buddies, but everything else was filmed by me, written by me, acted out by me, and it was just like a one-man wrecking crew for these films because it's been a little bit hard to find a good group of people to share my like-minded love for horror and film to get started. So my hope is eventually to have more people on my team to start writing these films out better and being able to actually get a little more camera work with me running the camera, as well as, you know, sometimes I'll appear in my films, of course. Everybody loves to do that. I love acting. But just get a little more camera time and be able to shoot some of the shots that I really want to shoot, but I can't do it when I'm just alone. I know, that sounds sad. Don't listen to me rant here. But yes, Victim No More, available on YouTube. Go give them some love. And as always, my friends, keep killing it out there. And just remember, don't get caught.
Don't let the ghosts and the ghouls disturb you.
I'll see you soon.
I wanna play a game.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.